before, when I told my father I wanted to rap, he was very like leery of that idea. He said, this I heard this business is terrible. And, he's right. Like, people are all seeing things that are wrong inside of contracts, turning blind eyes to it, and everyone's responsible. Everyone's a part of it. It's like when the Me Too movement happened, it wasn't just the guys that were getting tagged, and, some of the guys should have got hit with it, some guys shouldn't. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm saying that, in a way, everyone's responsible. Everyone's a part of the problem. That's why I really love that Black Mirror episode when, everyone was making comments, and anyone that even made a comment, the bees, it was about these, mechanical bees. Anyone, and this is a spoiler alert if you haven't seen this episode, but anyone who made a comment, the bees came to go get them. And that's the thing about what you put in the universe, even a thought, you put that thought into the universe. It's another thing to say something negative and put that into the universe. It's another thing to see someone being raped. That's the reason why I compare what's happening in the music industry to Me Too, because artists are raped. You've heard that term before.
Mm-hmm.
This is not like a new thing that I'm making up. The contracts are made to rape the artist. And, I put I think about, this is like a thought right now. It's like, is this a negative thought that I'm putting into the universe? But I have to say, like, when I was going on Twitter, I was thinking about Bruce and Bandon Lee. That crossed my mind to say, this is Sony. This is Universal. And I'm willing to put the blue paint on my face and go out and do this because it's the right thing to do. Like, music, like, at this point, it loses me money. It doesn't make me money. It is my $5 billion net worth and $300 million of cash that I see a year. Music is like negative $4 million for me. So these contracts for me were kind of like Wangro and Heat, where this guy had everything, but he still said, Wangro messed up this heist that we were going to do. Like, I look at the music industry, not music and the love of music itself, but the music industry, I look at it like Wangro, like, I blame, the loss of my mother partially on the entertainment industry. The always fighting to, represent, who you are against media, entertainment industry that's trying to tear down anybody that's not going with the flow. I see, I've got those kind of reasons personally, but vengeance is mine, said the Lord. So it's not a matter of going in for revenge. That's just me as a human being where I fall short. Like, I'm not a monk.
Can you explain what you're talking about with Bruce Lee and Bandon Lee? Like, what? I lost you there.
Okay, so Bruce Lee and Bandon Lee were both murdered.
Well, Bandon Lee died in an accident on a movie set.
Yeah.
Do you think it was a murder?
I felt...
That's a conspiracy, right? The conspiracy was that the Chinese triad killed him the same way they killed Bruce, but the coroner's report was that Bruce died from a reaction to a medication, right?
Yeah, I mean, but I think about that anytime I go to the hospital. I'm very, I'm mindful of that stuff. You think about, like, Bob Marley, they didn't just JFK or MLK him. There's like reports that it was something in his toe, or
he had cancer, right? I believe he had a skin cancer.
Yeah, like I went to go. I got a shot in my hand because just from texting and stuff, my thumb was like hurt, and then I posted.
You text so much you hurt your thumb?
Absolutely, just texting way too much. So I post a picture of the screen at the hospital, and then I was asked to take it down.
By who?
People just called me. I'm forgetting exactly who asked me, but it was like they got to my management, they got to this, and they said, take that picture down. Like, the hospital, it was in the weirdest place, So
what did they not like about the picture?
It might have had some information on it that they didn't want to go out, like an address or something like that. And it's just like, but I don't want to go down these rabbit holes. I'm just saying, like, Michael Jackson not waking up one day, Prince not waking up one day, Bruce and Bandon Lee, Bob Marley, all of these things have crossed my mind, as I'm going and saying, I need to innovate what these contracts are, not just for me, but for all artists. It's not about me getting my masters back. It's about freedom. And I say on a new song, I say, if I would put myself in harm's way to get my masters, they would put themselves in harm's way to stay the master. And there's a complete parallel to the way the music industry works and the way the world currently works.